My book has a number of limitations, and one of the limitations of my book is that it is maybe too much centered on Western countries, and in particular Western Europe, North America. And so some of the similarities between countries that we see in my book come from the fact that also I tend to focus on specific part of the world. And indeed, for Western Europe and North America, the history of inequality during the 20th century is largely determined by the general political history of the 20th century, and in particular the role of World War I, the Great Depression, World War II, the Bolshevik Revolution. And this is really, in Western countries, what led to a very large reduction of inequality between 1914 and 1945, and also to the fact that the political landscape has completely changed between 1914 and 1945, and in particular the economic and financial and political elites in Western countries are forced to accept, after these shocks, a number of social and fiscal reforms which they refused until 1914. Now, this is largely what explains why you have so you have these common shocks and common patterns in all these countries. Now, if we step back a little bit and look at the entire world and not only at the West, then we would see different stories and different historical patterns on inequality. And, World War I, World War II, well, these are supposed to be world wars, but these were largely European wars, and Europeans like to call them world wars, but, well, they also happened to some extent in Japan, of course. But from the point of view of the dynamics of inequality in India or in South Africa or in Brazil, the role of World War I, World War II is much less important. And so what I'm now trying to do in my research is sort of to move beyond the case of Western countries and to look at the dynamics of inequality regime in these other countries. And then you will see a lot less similarity. I mean, there will still be some common lessons and some lessons to learn from the different experience, but I think the big picture will appear a bit more diverse and a bit less Western centric.